All right, guys. So let me tell you about the worst week that I've had in my life. And it happened last year in 2025, the second week of May. And it starts with Daya and ends with Ria. So it's Sunday morning. I wake up, bubble guts in the tummy. I was not feeling well that day. So it was about half a day that I had a little bit of diarrhea, but I was fine. I was okay the rest of Sunday, and I was okay on Monday as well. So on Tuesday, the morning I was fine going to work. I come home, I see my 4-year-old son. I give him a hug, and I mean immediately, as soon as I gave him a kiss on his head, I got diarrhea. And so from that point on, I was pooping the rest of the afternoon. Normally, I would not go to the emergency room for something like that, but I was afraid that I had lost fluid. I had to go. So I told my wife, it was about probably like 4 in the morning. I said, I'm going down. I just can't stop pooping. I'm worried. I've lost too many fluids. I need to go get checked out. I go get checked out. I'm still pooping in the room. Still, luckily, they put me in a room that had a restroom in it, so I didn't have to walk dripping poop in the hallway. So embarrassing. And then I put a gown on and I'm just poop everywhere. So I'm there for several hours during the night. They have me scanned because I did have some pain in the abdominal area, but nothing too crazy. So nothing too crazy. I go do some CT scans and I don't hear anything. And I stay in the room for several more hours. And so then the guy's CT scan techs come back to come pick me up to take me back to the CT room again. And I'm confused. I'm like, why are you guys sending me again? This has already been done. They said, hey, we just want to recheck something. We're going to do it again, and then we're going to come bring you back. They bring me back. I still have the poops. Nobody's telling me what's going on. So I'm sitting there, and then the nurse sits next to me, and she starts asking me questions about cancer. And this is where it got real. I didn't hear a lot of what she said after cancer and the screenings, and I'm assuring her I've never had it before. And I'm like, oh, this is something a little bit more serious. So she tells me, going through the CT scan, that they found a mass on my chest. Now, mind you, this was not the worst part. The worst part is still coming. And so I have to take all this in at the same time while I'm still pooping, and nobody's giving me explanations on why I'm pooping. And by the way, it was not related to the cancer. So I'm talking with the nurse, and she's going over options. She's explaining to me that I need to see a cardiothoracic surgeon, and that's next on my list. So I get sent home. My stomach is still pretty messed up, but I have to deal with the reality that there's a possibility that I have cancer. So I'm sitting in the car, and I gotta tell you, it's 10 a.m. at this point while I'm in the car, and I did cry. I had to come to grips with the reality that, my life could be cut short. And at this time, I'm 39 now. I was 38 years old. And you know what? I had to make peace with the fact that I'm not in control when I go, and God doesn't owe me any more time. And I had to make the peace with, if this was the end, this was the end. And I did make peace with that. So fast forward, I still have diarrhea on Tuesday. And then Wednesday felt a little better. It was not better enough for me to go back to work. But then Thursday comes. So I'm still dealing with this reality, talking it over about the possibility of cancer. I'm glad that I got life insurance. I have 2 policies, for my family, which is great. But Thursday comes. I'm thinking that I'm going to go to work at some point this week. I can't not go into work because of diarrhea. But I didn't go into work because of diarrhea. It was crazy. So Thursday night comes, and I'm still pooping, and it got worse. And I mean, this was not just like a gentle poop. This was the muscle that contracts, that like holds the borders that hold before the poop comes out. There were no borders. Every poop that wanted to cross the border could. It did. And immediately when I would lay down in the bed, poop would just shoot out. No borders. Poop just spray on the bed, the covers. I had to wash the blankets 3 times in a row because immediately as I would lay down, poop would just squirt out my butt and spray everywhere, and I had to go run and take a shower. My home smelled like a convalescent home. It was disgusting. And so that didn't let up. That took on several more times after that. And I finally just had to make a decision to sleep on the couch. I can only sleep sitting straight up where I could kind of hold the poop in, or at least I was getting a warning before it would just shoot out my butt beyond borders. Crazy. The next day, even Friday, I didn't show up. Finally, Saturday, it slowed down. And Sunday, I was completely done. What did happen was I did have a tumor. It was cancerous, and the crazy thing is, back in 2022, I had a situation where I passed out in my bathroom, had to go to the emergency room, had a CT scan. 3 years before the one that I did in 2025, that same mass was on my chest and nobody reported it. So I was living with cancer for 3 years. It was a rare tumor called a thymoma, and it's a rare form of cancer. The doctors call me a medical zebra. Only 400 cases are sent per year, so it's like a 1%. It's the 1% in the wrong way that you want to go. But that's my story. Thanks for listening.